Greetings Google Academy UK, and in this one we're going to be doing a load balanced bucket which will then allow your media to be distributed across Google's CDN, which is quite easy to set up. As you see at the moment, I've changed my key from the last video, so as a matter of course when I finish this video I'll be doing another key. So what we're doing here, go to load balancing, create load balancer, and start configuration. From internet to my VMs is important unless you only want it between your own VMs. Let's have a look. Compliance, what we got popped up. Let's see, LB for load balancer. Backend configuration. Even though we've seen how to create a bucket, we're going to create one here for this. So we'll call this. There we go, pop up yet. Compliance. Bucket, and then if you want it to, like we say, and name is permanent, so that's the back end bucket. So what I'm going to do actually is just put a little V in there for back end. We'll have to now go through creating a bucket. We've got these which we can use, but we're not going to. We're going to create a new one, just so we're used to going through the process. So I'll call this one compliance new bucket. In fact, I'll tell you what, LB bucket, and I know it's the load balanced one. Right, any mistaking, so continue. Let's continue through these. Continue and create. And then we're going to say select that. And we're going to enable Cloud CDN. You get a cost for this, by the way, so do be aware of that. And then we create this, and then we now go to front end configuration. We're going to leave it as HTTP, and we're going to call it compliance front end. When we do the next one, we do HTTPS. There's certain things that change, but this is cool here. Let's have a look. Create IP address. So we're going to call this compliance bucket IP. You put a description in there, obviously, if you want to. No capital letters, no full stops. Reserve that. The easy way to see that this works is when you look at your bill and you see it going up, you know it's working. It's quite noticeable, to be fair. So it's not something that I'm going to be using this. If I'm bothered about having this stuff distributed that much across the CDN, I'd just move it onto CloudFlare. That's a free CDN. This can take a moment or two to create. Right, so that's bedded in. So now what we want to do is we'll just look and see it's been enabled and it's set up. So we can see that it's enabled with compliance load balancer. Now what we have to do is go back to this bucket quickly and change it. So let's see. Right, so now we've got compliance load balancer bucket there. And then we want to copy the name of this bucket. Go back into stateless. You don't have to worry about changing your private key, because that's just, again, giving access to the account. Save changes in this. And then, just to be sure, let's add a new image. Check we're still in that bucket, yeah. Drop any files, wait for this to open a sec. Let's have a look. That'll do launching. See a picture appear again, click edit. Sure that's showing in storage app here, and we're showing it's in the storage bucket here, look. Compliance load balancer, so we know when we go back here and we refresh. We're going to end up with 2020, there you go, 06, and then launching.jpg or whatever. As we see, we've got 3 up at the minute. So that is pretty much that for setting up a load balanced bucket to distribute across Google's CDN. I'm now going to go and delete this bucket. I don't need it, this load balancer. Like I say, it costs me money, so I don't see the point in having it. And then I'm going to change my key again, and then I'm going to be doing the number 3, but I'm going to be doing that in a different domain because I can't get Google into a bucket name. So be aware of that. Right, we don't need that. We're probably going to be asked if we want to delete other stuff as well. Right, copy that, and then you have to Control and V, right click, paste. Appears not to work. Confirm. And then we may have to go in and delete the load balancer individually as well. Usually when you delete the load balancer, it'll ask you if you want to delete the bucket and the SSL, if you've got one attached, which is the next and final method. And then after that, I'll do setting up with, let's see, yeah, we'll do the other plugin. And so that's that gone. Let's just check the load balancer. Again, network services, load balancing, and we want to delete that. And then as you can see here, it's asking to do the bucket. You've already just done it, it's not caught up on itself yet. So that's probably the best way to do it, because then it's deletes them both. And that is that, I believe. Did we see an image go up? Yeah, we've seen that go up. Did we see it go up in the bucket? No, yeah, we did. Yes, we did. We went 2020-06 and then launching. So that's that for that video. That's how to create a load balancer. And if you want your images distributed across Google's CDN or Edge network, as they call it, then you have to have a load balancer. And as always, any questions or comments, I shall answer them as soon as possible. Stay safe, and regards from Ramsgate, United Kingdom.